I see gender as something that's fluid, something that can change. Personally, I believe that gender is related to characteristics and certain traits that people take on, and it has less to do with biology than I think society would want us to believe.
A state of being male or female.
Social-based constructs that are built that segregate females and males, not necessarily by sex, but, what is normal for them to do. Like women are supposed to be in the kitchen and men are supposed to be outside doing certain things. And it normally limits women. It shows inferiority towards women.
The domination of one over the other. It's not always the overt hitting, raping, hurting of people, but it can also be demeaning behavior towards people, so it can be psychological or emotional.
Gender-based violence can happen to anyone.
Is any action taken to harm someone because of their gender?
When there's unequal power relations between two genders.
So because you're a woman or you're a man or you're a particular woman such as a lesbian or a particular man such as a gay man, and you are targeted for that very attribute.
Gender-based violence in families has got to do with sexual abuse, incest, marital rape, and a lot of the cultural kinds of violence where women are mainly the victims.
We often hear derogatory terms, for example, used for women, and that is a form of gender-based violence.
In South Africa, men are traditionally given a superior role over women, so we see gender-based violence generally more towards women.
It's inhumane. It says that you are not worthy to be respected, your dignity is not respected. So I feel like it needs to be put to an end, and we need to respect one another as individuals.
It's not only women who are affected by gender-based violence, men also can be affected by it.
If a man beats up a woman, forms of domestic violence, rape is an obvious example, and also can be forms of psychological abuse.
Gender-based violence is wrong.
Sexual harassment is definitely a category of gender-based violence, where one is using their power inappropriately, wanting sexual favors, and threatening the person with their job, with taking away money, or reporting them for some or other reason.
It's really when someone invades your autonomy, your agency over your own body, your right to privacy, and infringes on that. And people do it because they feel like they can get away with it, because the system and the odds are all stacked in their favor.
It comes from people and institutions, and so we also need to address it at the institutional level.
It's seen as normal and it's seen as acceptable. And part of that is due to the institutional framework in which we exist, but we also have to recognize that we have a role in shaping that climate as members of society.
This is a serious problem, and everybody has a role to play in ending not only gender-based violence, but every form of gender-based violence, including sexual harassment.
Let us learn to tolerate each other. Let us learn to tolerate difference. Let's try to know that there's strength in difference, that we may be different people, each of us with our own capabilities, and that's what is important.
Individuals who feel they are victims of sexual harassment should speak out and seek help and guidance about what to do about it.
I know it's really difficult, but you have to take the step to move forward and let people know how it is that you've been changed by the situation.
You're not alone. I've also experienced it, but the problem is that we don't report it because we feel that we need to protect the people, or it's a norm in society.
Further educate our society. We have to alert people that women should not be objectified. People of other sexualities must not be objectified. Every single person of every single gender is equal as the next and is capable of doing anything like the next person.
Gender-based violence has to end, and we have to take steps, and we're not prepared to excuse it any longer.
Whatever you do, don't keep quiet. Speak out, speak up. Because if you are silent, then you are a victim.